Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday. Oh, we got another beep.
Is it Kremlin? Kremlin!
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome to, I guess, what we're going to call Sunday Night Paramount. I don't know if there'll always be a watch party component. We'll probably always start right around 8. But it looks like what we're going to do is we'll talk about whatever on Paramount is good that month or that week. If they have a good series going on, we'll focus on that. And if they're just like pissing into the wind or it's between events, what we'll do is we will talk about Paramount's business approach. And of course, we started out as Star Trek, Paramount to Star Trek. We'll have updates. So this is basically Paramount news because we just watched episode 1 of Marshals and it's very good network TV. However,
I hadn't even had a chance
network
to watch
TV.
it. I'm gonna be honest. I thought this was actually doing the watch party. My bad.
We are. Oh, we are. You don't have to stay for the watch party. You can come back. You can come back for the review, but we're just sort of setting things up and letting people stumble through the door because 1 minute and 49 minutes of the watch party that I forgot to post. Maybe people won't know. So we'll see what happens, and then next week, who knows if we'll watch the same Paramount show. Maybe we need to look at different Taylor Sheridan shows and how they started, but we're work in progress on this one, guys.
Yeah. But if for some reason this thing goes off like gangbusters, we will watch next week.
If all of a sudden we hear that the biggest thing that ever happened in TV was Yellowstone Marshals, we're going to jump right in there.
Yeah, we got some people in the chat.
Hello, everybody.
Hey,
Stan. And hello to StreamYard Duck.
Oh, yeah, that's the duck.
Fucking duck. So let's get on with the watch party. Guys, if you didn't see the end of Yellowstone, they give you a pretty decent catch-up. Watching the credits extremely hard, created by is the only Taylor Sheridan thing in here. And one thing that I could say probably means Taylor Sheridan doesn't give a fuck. We don't see Kelly Riley. We don't see Beth Dutton. We don't see Cole Hauser or whatever.
They got their own shows coming.
Their own show is, I think, called 4 Sixes, right?
I believe they're
not the Madison. Dutton Ranch? They're not the Madison. No, and we don't know yet if Dutton Ranch is
tied to the Duttons.
It's Dutton just Ranch locationally related.
Yeah.
They're in proximity. Somebody, was it you or was it Kremlin or was it maybe Radioactive who guessed that it was very possible that the the Madison people were the people who split from 1923, but it really doesn't look that way anymore.
Yeah, it does. There's no real word about what is connected to Madison to all the other shows.
My opinion is that they buy the majority of the land and rename the house. Because even though we saw the Guardians sort of tearing up the Yellowstone, like I don't know how far they got with it, and then like minds were somewhat changed when they were tipping over the tombstones.
They might buy this place out from Casey.
You think they'll buy East Lease from Casey? That's what's left of the Dutton Ranch.
Yeah.
The Dutton Ranch is like Bonanza. Season 1, Bonanza was bigger than the entire state of Alaska. Season 2, Bonanza had been shrunk down to the size of Pennsylvania. By like season 10, like the Bonanza was just like real big. They had to calm down. It couldn't be bigger than the actual planet. So just like that, the Yellowstone has gotten smaller and smaller and smaller with each. Well, the prequels had a much larger ranch. Except 1883 where they had shit. They show up and they buy it from the Guardians.
Yeah, this is like 500 or 5,000 acres.
It's still a lot of land, but what do they have? Like 200,000 acres to start off with? They had a lot. That enough to work like 5,000 head of cattle.
Yeah.
Now they have, what did they say? They were very specific. They have 300 head of cattle. That's it.
Yeah. A couple
but that'll keep them wealthy.
At most.
We found out at the beef auction that the cows are selling for like 175,000, 275,000 for a stud bull. That's how you start. You needed that to start your farm. I don't know. It's not a dairy farm, so these are beef cows.
500 acres is a lot of acreage.
Yeah, no, it really is. I think is it 500 or 5,000, Jerm?
That I'm not sure about.
It's as big as the plot needs it to be.
I've seen 500 acres. That's a lot of acreage.
An acre and a half, not so big. 500 acres, pretty darn big. How many hectares is it, though, Cremon? Come on, give it to us in metric.
Wrong person to ask on that one.
All right, let's get going. Jerm, have you started the episode yet?
Yeah.
Oh, you did?
Jerm was way ahead of us.
All right, yeah, we're real early into it. Have we seen this guy before, Jerm?
He's the guy that helped Casey hunt down the guys who shot his father.
Was he introduced for that storyline, or is he a Yellowstone regular?
He is just for that. He made maybe one or two appearances before, and it is never more than just one hit and gone.
So now he's a Marshals kind of guy. That's why he's here.
Yeah.
I like his hat. Both their hats.
Everybody likes Casey's hat. It gets mentioned a couple of times. I want one, actually.
Both their hats.
Yeah, he's got a good hat, too.
Teague, if you wore that hat in New York City, you're liable to get mugged.
What, the black baseball hat? That'd be fun.
No, the cowboy hat.
You see him. You see him. What I like is these guys are wearing their finest clothes for the Yellowstone area.
Oh, okay. I was like, what the hell are they shooting?
Aspen trees with 30-odd sixes, right?
Oh, that wouldn't make it explode.
I don't think any bullet would make it
That's
explode.
when you put a bunch of C4 in some...
No, you can buy stuff at the store. I'm trying to remember what the heck it's called.
Tree killer?
Ananite or something like that. You can actually buy it. It explodes as soon as you shoot it. I can get it from the Bass Pro over here.
Yeah, but I'm not thinking he stole a bunch of over-the-counter stuff from a meth head.
It's probably true. C4 would do a lot more, and just because you shoot it doesn't mean it explodes. It's inert until you actually put electrical.
Oh, they're shooting the C4 and it's strapped to the trees.
That makes no sense.
Well, they have the C4 and then they have a secondary thing to make it blow up.
And that size of C4 would be a lot bigger of an explosion if it were to go off.
But they're firing through the detonator.
Movie magic.
Wait, so it doesn't really...
the right amount of C4 would show up on camera too well.
Let me ask you something. Is this a new trait for Casey? He doesn't like when people fuck with people from the reservation?
No, he's always been their friend.
The explosive stuff that you can get from the store is called tannerite. You can actually, when you shoot it, it does make a huge explosion.
Okay. By the way, this Guardian, not Thomas, but this other guy, he's the son of Russell Means from Last of the Mohegans. His name is Tatanka Means. I thought this was Zoe Saldana. I figured that
Kind of does look.
You thought that was Zoe Saldana?
From
For a
far
moment.
away, it kind of looks like her, but not right
I
there.
knew after a
Yeah.
minute. I said it first. The reason I thought it was her is because her Taylor Sheridan show failed and failed again, and I think Lioness is finally over. But there's contracts out there.
Yeah, she's about a half foot too short and about
10
50
years
pounds
too
too
young.
heavy.
That girl's got some extra weight to her compared to Zoe. Zoe
She's
looks like a
also
skeleton.
younger. Well, no, she's just wearing big blousy pants, man. She is not a big booty
Well,
Latina. Look at her
no,
arm.
she's not big. I'm just saying she actually looks good for her weight. I mean, she's got weight. Zoe Saldana looks like a Skeletor. She's
Zoe
insanely
Saldana beat up Benedict Cumberbatch as well as like 5 Sicarios on Lioness. So I don't know what you mean.
thin.
And
Sure.
she only had help from 65-year-old Nicole Kidman to do it. So I mean, she's pretty tough. There's a reason why Lioness didn't work. And this was bullshit. You were a livestock bureau management guy. You had a terrible reputation. You're connected to like the murder of the governor. You want to be a federal marshal?
Oh, he's not a federal marshal yet. He's just doing a favor for an old friend.
Oh, is that why?
In fact,
He's just throwing the bulletproof vest on because he needs it.
I can tell by the way they're riding on which ones have never ridden a horse before.
Everyone but Casey. That goes back to the end of Yellowstone, but shouldn't count for them. They're federal marshals. They should be allowed to drive across the land as law enforcement. But then again, it's guardian land, and the rule is you cannot traverse it with anything with a motor.
Well, it's federal land.
Yeah, they're not on the reservation.
So why they're taking their horses is kind of retarded.
Even federal,
It's
you're not going to be able to
too
drive
rough. The land's
anything
too
through there.
rough.
Maybe ATVs, but you don't want to take ATV through there because you probably get stuck.
There's got to be vehicles that could do this. They have helicopters.
Where are you going to land? There's trees everywhere.
You take a Chinook, you lower down the horses, and then you just land in a Huey Cobra. Little air support would be useful right now.
Probably be true, but
Very 1883.
This may surprise you, Teague, but this is what a majority of the United States actually looks like.
That's so funny. The majority of the United States is within the boundaries of the city of New York. Then the rest of it's just of America.
as far as I've understood, federal marshal could still go across these properties with no problem since it's federal.
By the way, did you know, Grimwan, that Don Johnson graduated from the University of Kansas?
Yes, because he was here back in 2008 when I was at the national championship party.
I believe he was class of 73.
I was class of 2008.
You guys have any classes together?
No, but they do have his pictures up on the wall.
He grew up so dirt poor that you have to feel
Hmm.
good for what he pulled off.
Well, along with him and what's his I'm in Yuga Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die.
Oh, is he from Kansas too?
He went to the University of Kansas also.
You should go back to the University of Kansas and stay there. I'm sick and tired of his comments on New York City politics. What the fuck would he know about this town?
Because he lives there, doesn't he?
No one wants to come here.
What was his name? I met Rob Riggle because he went to the University of Kansas. We actually held a parade for him on campus. It was a homecoming parade.
Who's Rod Riggle? I'm trying to remember the name.
21 Jump Street, the movie. Here, I'll send it to you.
I'm not sure he was the most famous cast member. I think Dustin Nguyen was the most well-known 21 Jump
There's a
Street guy,
couple
right?
SNL cast members that are from KU. Remember the movie Step Brothers, The Hangover, 21 Jump Street. You remember the movie 21 Jump Street? He's the dude that got his wiener shot off.
Oh, I thought you meant the show.
No, in the movie.
She does look like Zoe Saldana. No, I didn't see the movie.
Unfortunately, the movie's a lot better than the show.
Yeah.
Both
That was a great
insufferable,
show.
but
That was a great show.
young Johnny Depp versus who is that dickhead in that movie?
What are you saying? Like Jonah Hill?
Yeah, Jonah Hill.
You think he's a dickhead because you confused him with Seth Rogen, but Jonah Hill's not too bad.
Let's see here. I think
they both suck.
Heidi Gardner. She's
I
one
agree.
of the current cast members.
Why are we holding up a picture of the person who's still alive?
They wrote her off with cancer.
Paul Rudd.
Oh, they wrote her off. Is she going to another Yellowstone show, or is she dead?
She's dead.
She dead.
But she survived the end of the show.
Yeah, but she was signed up to a different project, so they decided to write her off with cancer.
Does this have anything to do with the fact that she was revealed not to be Native American?
She was assigned up to some, I forget what show it was, but she couldn't be on this show, so they decided to frame his going into the Marshals because she's gone.
She's bitch died, or damn. She'd been with Taylor Sheridan a long time, but there was a long layoff. Is this the new governor, or is this just the chief of police?
He is a deputy director or director of the U.S. Marshals.
Where is Radioactive?
He's probably eating. Hopefully you know who Paul Rudd is.
I've never heard of him.
Lies. You know who Paul Rudd
the actor from Clueless? Right?
Ant-Man.
He was Paul Rudd's in Clueless, though, isn't he?
Oh God, I think he may have been.
No one knows Clueless anymore, Teague.
It was only 30 years ago. Look at the private chat.
His family still lives right down the way from me.
Oh, is he from Kansas?
He's from Kansas City. He went to KU also.
He's a good actor. He does a very good New York accent.
Oh, he's a nice dude. Pretty nice guy.
And he's actually 5'10", so it's a pack of lies. He's taller than Ewan McGregor.
Jason Sudeikis.
Jason Sudeikis got some ass, although he had to get rid of Olivia Wilde.
Oh, she was crazy.
She was wild.
Well, yeah. They used to come back to watch the basketball games.
When you say she was crazy, what do you mean? Like angry all the time, or do you mean like a whack job, screaming and yelling at like the
no
game?
Screaming and yelling? She's just a friggin' nut job.
Like nut job as a fan, or just you can tell.
You can tell she's just a crazy person.
Yeah,
and that's probably the reason why he got rid of her.
I don't think Thomas Rainwater is going to survive these wounds, by the way.
Yeah, it's kind of looking like it.
Well, he's looking a lot better later, but like he could get sepsis or someone's going to kill him in the hospital because I think he only makes it into 4 episodes. Then again, he really wouldn't need to be in. There are, by the way, apparently 10, which explains why it starts in the middle of the season. You think he'd be carrying some pain about helping stab his stepbrother to death? What was weird was this show segues right into FBI when it ends. I'm sorry, into a show called CIA when it ends. CIA was a better show. I watched 2 episodes. I like this chick's build. Is Lone Wolf the name of a specific guardian, or? When his hat's on backwards, tell me he doesn't look like Shia LaBeouf.
No, Shia LaBeouf looks crazy no matter what you put on him.
You're right. He looks like Shia LaBeouf before Shia LaBeouf really started looking beat up.
Man, she's cute.
So his wife's in Broken Rock.
She was Broken Rock. That's the name of the reservation.
Oh, her name was Broken Rock?
No, Broken Rock is the name of the reservation. They raised their son there for the first 10 years of his life.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, that's what happened to her, huh?
No,
He
she
wasn't
got
around
poisoned.
one. She got what?
People are dumping toxic chemicals on reservation land, and she, with a whole lot of other people, got cancer.
They have means. Tatanka means.
That's so wrong.
He's Russell Means' son.
Oh, Tatanka is in WWF, right?
No,
Yeah.
Tatanka is the first name of one of the actors, or one of the Guardian actors
okay.
on the show. His name is Tatanka Means, and his father was Russell Means, who was the bad guy in Last of the Mohegans. That's not him. By the way, what Russell Means was a very patient man. He had 10 wives. He would have liked that episode of Starfleet Academy of polyamorousness.
Look at that Cro-Magnon, man.
Yeah, you can definitely do with some touch up on those eyebrows.
Is that Gorilla?
Maybe his cousin.
Magilla
Gorilla
Gorilla?
in 10 yeah, we hit Gorilla with the aging beam. That's what he's going to look like at 40.
Oof.
Yeah, you're right. The way he lives, it's 30.
Yeah, the way he lives, he ain't making 40. See some of the shit he eats on those shorts?
Yeah. Also, he has 2 kids, so like he's not going to want to be around to pay for college. Hopefully, he won't have to see 40, unless he wants to.
But it is nice of him to document his road to diabetes.
Yeah, he just won't stop. You know what it is? When his kids get a little older, maybe he'll stop eating the same garbage they do.
Hopefully. I mean, I was bad when I was doing all that shit. But damn.
Well, you know, the thing is, whoa!
A little more intense than what you get on the normal cop procedure shows.
Ooh. The first one was a headshot, but you shot him twice more anyway. Way to go, Casey.
I think the bleeding from the forehead was from the mirror. There were 3 shots to the chest.
Was it? Okay. Center mass, still pretty respectable. That chick's got a hot body.
She's just hot in
She has a
general.
decent rack, but the rest of it's.
I think she's cute.
I think she's real cute. She's got a great lower body too. I mean,
I think she's cute
doesn't
too.
have. She is cute, but this woman has to wear like duck hunting pants because she's got a big fat caboose or something.
What's wrong with that?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it. I'm just saying she has to wear duck hunting pants. But the other chick's got a much sportier lower body. This is a little too convenient.
Well, you never unlock someone's phone by opening up their eyes?
Well, I mean, their eyes would now be necrotic. You should know. You did it to someone else last week, basically, in this fucking continuity. You held a gun on the kid and told him to shut the fuck up, Casey. Then you told him he should cry.
He didn't ever do anything bad.
That is true.
Yeah, Decker won Rainwater because Rainwater was not just protesting, he was filing a suit with the EPA.
For those of our audience who don't know, Rainwater, very skilled with the land rights and mineral rights, water rights, attorney stuff. That's what he went to school for. Out and out white guy in California until he did DNA test. Close enough, right?
Pretty much.
He could look in the
He is
mirror
your
and he knew
average
he was a guardian.
Mexican in Southern California until he ran an ancestry test.
Is that true?
He was adopted in Southern California. He comes out there after he quote unquote discover his roots. And the way you do that in modern day is 23andMe.
Worked for me. So Thomas, I am the Thomas Rainwater of Cuba, huh?
Sure, why not? Maybe you can run for El Presidente when the U.S. military gets done with the current regime.
Cuba is broken and only I can fix it. I am the chosen one.
Sure.
I'm sure they'll accept you with open arms as long as your name isn't Castro.
Myself and Desi Arnaz are both direct descendants of the only freely elected president of Cuba from 1900. I like that little piece of military knowledge Casey had, although that guy had no right not to know, right?
You
Yeah,
never
you
know
probably should have
anymore.
known that. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that are even in the military that do a lot of dumb things like that.
Well, I mean, come on, you were in the military, so I mean, we're sure of that. Proof sits right here with us. The one thing you did mention to me, and maybe you only want to answer this in the private chat. I saw a special about a bunch of Abrams tankers whose training was being completed right on 9/11, and they had to stop them and stand them down and explain to them what happened. You wouldn't happen to be in that class, would you?
No, no. I was actually taking my ASVAB that day. So
Wow.
So you weren't
I
quite
was-
old enough.
So
Yeah.
you were ready to go before there was a need. You were taking your ASVAB as they attacked.
Yeah, the day of, I was actually taking the exam.
Do you think you got some extra points for just being patriotic? Like, you know what? Fuck these people, son. You're officer material.
Oh, dude, it sucked. It was not fun.
Was the recruiter pissed off, angry, and fired up?
No, they locked us in a friggin' room while we were doing the exam, and all we heard was everything going off outside. They locked
So you
down
had
the
no
whole base.
idea if there was
Alarms
a
were
riot.
going off. Literally everything you could think of was going off. It was like the worst possible way to take an exam.
Did they let you take it again, or they're like, you dummies have to learn to do this under fire anyway?
No, I wouldn't have took it again. I had no clue. We were all freaking out. We had no clue what the heck was going on.
I took that test twice. The Marine Corps told me I was officer material. The Army told me, like, we're going to have to do some work. You're not too smart.
Well, just proves how many crayons you probably ate growing up.
Yeah, the Marine Corps was like, you could be an officer, sir. The Army was like, the Army needs ditch diggers too.
Well, the just mirror was that ASVAB test real simple.
It was way too simple.
Did they
Other
put
than
an
that, these people are
AirPod?
really stupid.
They put an AirPod in her shoe?
Yeah.
That's the second time we tried that bullshit. Didn't we do that to Jamie?
Yeah, you never put an AirPod in someone's shoe?
No, you detect it. I might put it in something else they carried around or in the trunk of their car.
I don't know. The best place to put one of those trackers is just lift up the sole, just put it in between the cushioning and the rest of the shoe.
Say that last part again. I'm sorry, I had the volume up too loud.
Just take the insole out of the shoe, slip that air tag underneath, put it back down. Best place for it.
You know, they make soles that you can buy off of Amazon for air tags.
I'm just thinking that the tile I had would set itself off automatically and probably break. The tile's a little bigger.
It's kind of ballsy to do that right there.
Casey doesn't really give a lot of a fuck, but they've really cast a couple of women who look like his ex-wife. The one thing I'll say already is I feel like this undermines the happy ending we gave that long-suffering family in Yellowstone, doesn't it?
Well, that's what happens when you can't get all the actors back.
By the way, that's the daughter from the end of Yellowstone that he held the gun on. To just reuse the same actress.
Good job.
Those two are going to sleep together.
Yeah, they're already putting lubricant on one another.
Why does she look so familiar, though?
Because she looks a lot like the chick from Yellowstone, to be honest. I'm IMDbing her right now.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Yeah. So the so-called white supremacists were just mercs.
Right. Well, we've had a problem with that a few times. Ariel Kibble?
Oh, she was in the movie Aquamarine. Okay, and The Grudge too. Oh, okay. I know where she's from. She was in the American Pie Presents Bandcamp movie.
She was in 90210 rerun, too. She's an Alex Kurtzman veteran, having starred in Hawaii Five-0, 2012.
I was wondering where this chick went.
Vampires Suck.
That was a good movie.
Buck Cherry, Don't Go Away video as a hottie. Yeah, Grudge 2. John Tucker Must Die. Wasn't that the
It's a good movie too.
Isn't that the movie to I Hate You, Sarah Marshall?
Kind of. She was in Soul Plane. She was in Soul Plane. That's why she played the daughter.
John Tucker Must the first episode, the first ads for Sarah Marshall, the first ads for I Hate You, Sarah Marshall were called Sarah Marshall Must Die.
Good enough.
Yeah. Hey, Judging Amy and CSI, a show close to our hearts.
She was a good child actress.
I have a question. What do I buy, Germ? With my Amazon rewards money? Do I buy a shirt that says U.S. Navy Fighting Admirals, or do I get something else?
Gays
what
must
do you think?
Fly.
Fighting Admirals might be good.
Yeah,
or
get that one.
How about Crime Scene Investigation? I run the most diverse YouTube channel ever.
CSI, but with the rainbow flag.
Crimlan
We go deep.
Crimlan could declare war against himself and have no way of losing. Gerb's a left coast anarchist. I'm a New York big business type. And we've got Radioactive. Gamer with no discernible background. No trace of Radioactive appearing anywhere before 2021. Appeared out of nowhere.
He'll probably show up during the What's up?
Hey, Ed Case.
Head Case, what's up?
He'll probably show up during the.
Is that who she's in Penguin too? Is that the blackish chick?
Probably. I think so.
Now I wonder, is Luke Grimes related to Scott Grimes from the Orville? And okay, so this chick does Taylor Sheridan all the time. She's in Mayor of Kingstown. She was in FBI's Most Wanted. American Horror Story for a season.
Unfortunately, she was in Charn Aries. Or nope, that's the wrong one.
I can't remember anything about that fucking movie. It was so stupid. I remember him saying, I like Depeche Mode. Almost everyone on this show has done Robot Chicken.
That's normal. You can go across to IMDb and you can see pretty much everyone has done Robot Chicken.
This chick did the white two. There's two 90210 alums on this show. Yeah, I can relate.
Is the rarest, most mythical wheat.
Oh, he just watched the show again. I don't think it is her.
I was gonna say I'm looking through the credits, and I'm trying to figure out who was in Penguin, and I've checked all the female cast members. The common thread seems to be everyone's done Robot Chicken except Casey. She was in Prey,
so
though.
Taste.
You know, if you play someone on real TV, he offers you the role. So,
Yeah, if you make Robot Chicken, you make it anywhere.
well, Mark Hamill started with Robot Chicken, if I'm right, and then that led to a role as Luke Skywalker.
Robot Chicken.
As you can tell, guys, this show's not terrible, but like I don't know if we're blown away by it.
It's starting off slowly.
Very
Yeah,
slowly.
we're going to track it. We're not going to review every week, and maybe mid-season or at the end of the season we'll talk about it. This is pretty unrelated to Yellowstone, and right now it's like we saw this tombstone. This tombstone is by the Yellowstone Ranch with all the other in the graveyard next to John. So give me a break. I don't think the people who did this show did enough research, did they?
I don't think they wanted to have it completely replicate what's going on.
Right, but you don't this is like as dumb as Man of Steel and BVS, where Superman is resurrected from a place other than where he was buried.
No,
And
she wasn't in the Yellowstone's graveyard. This is on his land.
Was he from a previous mom?
No, that's not his mother. That's his wife's grave.
It's the Joker Wolf grandchild.
This time the wolf's really there.
A Joker Wolf. It's lineage.
Germ, was the wolf there? What do you think? The coyote there, or what do you think?
That was a wolf.
Was the wolf there?
May have been.
Did you notice it was a real young wolf too?
Yeah. Coyotes look like trashy dogs.
We have two in Central Park. They start howling whenever the alarms go off. All right. Well, we have like 10 minutes before we have to jump over the other channel. Anyone here from Radioactive?
I'll check with them.
Yeah. Do you have to pass to my show? Let me grab my pass. I did not think that this was a bad show. I didn't think it was a waste of my time. It was kind of fun. And we'll talk about more Paramount stuff and other things that are going on, as well as the Paramount deal, because there's just not enough going on in Marshals for us to really dive deep into this one. What they really did was they blew off the end of Yellowstone. They have a few characters that they can't get on the show somehow. And like we're starting over using Casey as a template is the only way I can think of to put it.
Yeah, this is his show. Everything to do with Yellowstone is in the rearview mirror.
The problem is he's not the Casey of Yellowstone either. He's like a lot kinder.
Well, it's
Very,
not
very
Yellowstone.
honorable.
It's not Yellowstone.
Give him
That's the
time,
thing.
he'll count. He'll pile up the body count, and he'll be the Casey everyone knows.
He'll be the degenerate piece of shit that we remember from the fucking show. That last episode where he held the Glock on the kid and he's like, maybe you should have thought about maybe you should have thought about this happening before you killed my dad, you motherfucker. And the kid's like, please don't kill me. And he's like, yeah, you should be afraid. I will totally blow you away. And he's like, drive. That was amazing. And he starts beating on the kid's dad right in front of him. His goal was to have that guy's kid so traumatized that guy would stop being a merc. He did not care what it did to the kid.
Headcase never seen these, but he is a fan of the Dollar Trilogy and Outer Range.
I think I know which movie you're talking about. Dollar Trilogy is great. We'll probably get around to covering that. Like, this is a cowboy show. And you know what? Paramount isn't always on fire. We're not WDW Pro. We can do a couple of other things. And that's no shade on them. They're just real good at Disney. And they have so many sources. Give us a couple of years. We were right about a few things so far.
The only source I have is in my pants.
My source is Sussman, but like I don't think he's going to share a lot of information with me. I can communicate with him, but I don't think he's overly concerned with telling me what is going to happen. And he would be crazy to tell me his story. And I hope that he appreciated what I said when I said, I will talk about this show as much as you want, or stop talking about it altogether, whatever helps your show. So he knows we're ride or die with him.
Oh, it's a Josh Brolin one.
I don't know that one. Josh Brolin's good, though.
Looks like I'm slowly getting a response from Radioactive.
Headcase, if you want to see more Westerns, our friend Outlaw Bill does a weekly Western watch party.
Yeah.
Like, check him out.
He's dug down pretty deep, too. Like, he's gotten to some real seminal Westerns. You won't see boring Westerns like Coogan's Bluff, which isn't really a Western.
Yeah, and we'll figure out something else. If this show doesn't pick up in the next episode, we'll find something to fill the time with.
You're not getting we're not doing a scene by scene like forensic review. We're going to give our opinions and talk about where we're at with the show for a few minutes. Then we'll move on to what we think is going on with Paramount, quick Star Trek update, and I think that'll be about our show for Sunday.
It does not look like Radioactive will be joining us.
You know what? It's because he doesn't ever eat dinner, only supper.
Let's see here. Apparently, he's got to catch up on chores. He's a responsible human being. Can't say that for myself.
Chores, aka government wet work. Okay, no problem. Radioactive. We'll catch up to him on the next episode. Although, I mean, like everyone else, he did not have like great expectations for Marshals as soon as we started finding out a few of the things about like what goes on. I'm going to put the link to the next episode, to the next part of the review. And This Week in Paramount is basically what it is this time around.
Yeah, so we got that coming up next, and tomorrow we'll have Godzilla versus Biollante, which is probably more accurate to say Godzilla attacks featuring Biollante.
Do me a favor. Can you wrench up my boy Space Patton so that I can put links in there? Space Patton's a friend of mine. Hello, Space Patton. It's good to see you, sir. He changed his name. Does Space Patton have a wrench?
He should.
He should? Okay.
Can I get a screwdriver?
No.
Pliers?
No.
Any other
I
tool?
We can
don't
give you
see
safety
space.
scissors.
I don't see safety. I don't see Space Patent's comment coming up. So let's just try it with.
Holy crap.
I can't even get a safety pin.
I got this one.
Well, I guess he doesn't have a wrench.
Or the right to put in any links. All right, there's the link for Admiral's Paramount show. It starts in 5 minutes. Get yourself a beverage of your choice, and we'll see you over there.
Thanks for being here, everybody. Take care.
Bye.